Hi everyone, this International Women's Day, PRON, in collaboration with That Woke Ladki, has decided to launch a series of videos for legal literacy for women. Sexual violence in India is a reality for every woman, and after the Criminal Law Amendment Act in 2013, sexual violence could mean anything from stalking and harassment and different forms of rape. We will be covering different sections of the IPC, their definitions, their punishments, how to file an FIR, and the journey of a sexual assault case. If at any point you have any questions or suggestions, you can leave it in the comment section below and we'll try to reply or act upon it. Before we begin, it is important to note that sexual offences listed in the IPC 354 are all offences where the man is the offender and the victim/survivor is the woman, and these crimes are mostly bailable. When it is a heinous crime, it is non-bailable. When we talk about cognizable and non-cognizable, cognizable is a crime which does not require a summon or a warrant for arrest. So mainly all the Sexual Violence Act listed are non-cognizable, which means it does not require a summon or warrant from the court. IPC is the Indian Penal Code, which is the criminal law of India. It is different from the Constitution of India. IPC consists of various offences, their definitions and their punishments, whereas Constitution is the basic framework which states the duties, responsibilities and rights of the people. IPC 354B covers the sexual assault which is done by a man against a woman. Any man who assaults or uses criminal force to any woman or abets such with the intention of disrobing or compelling her to be naked shall be punished with the imprisonment of either description for a term which shall not be less than 3 years but which may extend to 7 years and shall also be liable to fine. This basically says that if a man has a forceful sexual behavior towards you, he is trying to strip you naked or take off your clothes, then this comes under this act and he is liable to 5 to 7 years in prison and fine or both. IPC 354A is the criminal law for sexual harassment, and it states that a man committing any of the following acts shall be guilty of the offence of sexual harassment. Number 1, physical contact and advances involving unwelcome and explicit sexual overtures, or number 2, a demand or request for sexual favours, or number 3, showing pornography against the will of a woman, or number 4, making sexually colored remarks. Now, if a man is trying to touch you inappropriately, to annoy you, to scare you or to harass you, then it comes under sexual harassment. There are many cases where women on the bus complain that a man is touching himself looking at them, or he is masturbating to them, or he is taking off his clothes looking at them, then that also comes under this act. Asking for sexual favors in return of something or just to plainly annoy you, maybe getting text from an ex who is trying to get in touch with you, who is trying to get intimate with you, that also counts as sexual harassment. Showing pornography could be showing pictures of himself, videos of himself or any other pornographical link from the internet, then that is counted as sexual harassment. And making sexually colored remarks, basically remarks which imply a sexual act or indirectly says that they want to indulge in a sexual activity with you, can also count as sexual harassment. IPC 354C is the criminal law for voyeurism. Any man who watches or captures the image of a woman engaging in a private act in circumstance where she would usually have the expectation of not being observed either by the perpetrator or by any person at the behest, or disseminates such images shall be punished on first conviction with imprisonment of either description for a term which shall not be less than 1 year, but which may extend to 3 years, and shall be liable to fine and be punished on a second or subsequent conviction with the imprisonment of either description for a term which shall not be less than 3 years, but which may extend to 7 years, and shall also be liable to fine. Basically, voyeurism is invasion of your privacy. When a man or a group of man is watching over you, they are recording you, or they may be photographing you when you are indulged in a private act. It could be you by yourself in your washroom, or you could be with your partner in middle of a sexual act. So if somebody is watching over you or recording you or spreading your images or videos without your consent, then that comes under voyeurism. It could be possible that you consented to these photos and videos in private, but you did not consented to the spread of these outside. So that also comes under voyeurism, and it is punishable by law. For the first conviction, up to 3 years, and if they are convicted the second time, then up to 7 years plus fine.